Cash in a flash.
So you need cash now, you don't know how. No time to waste, need a loan at a pace. Get cash in a flash.
Wait no more. Accel Finance has the Express Loan just for you. The first ever Express Loan known by thousands for over 10 years. So walk in today and within 24 hours, you can get your Express Loan approved and your cash in a flash.
Cash in a flash. So when you need cash now, Accel Express Loans is how you can get your cash in a flash.
Terms and conditions apply.
Visit any Accel Finance branch for your Express Loan today.
Get cash in a flash.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Use a pan to wash and rinse your dishes. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Ever wonder how water goes from its natural source to coming out of our tap crystal clear and safe to drink? Well, let me introduce you to NOWASA! Grenada's National Water and Sewage Authority. They are the water wizards behind it all. Yay! A whopping 95% of all water comes from surface sources. This water might look muddy now, but wait until you see the transformation.
First, they add a non-toxic chemical to the water. This brings particles together, forming clumps in a process called coagulation. Next, a gentle stir helps the particles clump together. This is called flocculation. Gravity does its thing, and the clumps settle to the bottom. This is sedimentation. Then, the water is passed through a bed of sand. This filtration removes up to 95% of bacteria. See the difference? Now, our water is clear and nearly bacteria-free. Lastly, chlorine is added for disinfection, killing any remaining bacteria and making the water safe to drink.
And that, my friends, is how NOWASA brings pure, refreshing water from their surface sources to our pipes, our washpan, our buckets, whatever you think about.
This advertisement is the first in a series showcasing NOWASA's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Hello, and welcome to another Mikey Life program. How are you doing today? It's my pleasure to be back with you for another day, and we have quite a bit of things to tell you about on the program tonight. Plant distribution, we'll talk about that. Also, well, people have been excited about the results. Yes, that's right. So we're going to tell you about that, who passed away, and this and that and the other when it comes to the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment, the CPEA. Your child pass? We'll talk about the summary in a moment as well. SMC Soca Monarch applications will be closed on Friday. All right, as we get ready to start the series of competitions. What else do we have to tell you about, boy? Oh, yeah, boy. There was an accident on the 4th of June at Concord St. John. And, you know, unfortunately, one of the victims of that accident passed away days later. We'll talk to you about that. Police reminds of the firearms amnesty order. All right, that is expiring. And temporary closure of Morris Bishop Highway. We have other things to tell you about, so we'll talk about that just now. So folks, the headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors. We've got the big insurance on board as well. We've got Accel Finance and all our other sponsors. We are happy to have you here. Remember that someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel. I might double it up tonight, you never know. We'll be back shortly, just a few seconds, and we're coming back.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Yeah, man. So check them out, boy. I checked them out the other day, and boy, I think they have some really good jewelry there. So Grenada, through the Testing and Examinations Unit of the Ministry of Education, successfully administered the internal and the external components of the CPEA for the 2023 to 2024 academic year. 1,705 students were registered, to take the exam, all right, for the assessment in 2024. This included 846 males and 859 females. Interesting. Now, all the registered students wrote the internal components. However, 1,697 students wrote the external component. Of the 1,705 students, all have been assigned to a secondary school under the Government of Grenada's Universal Secondary Education Policy. Here's a look at the overall performance. In terms of the external component, overall, 1,220 students attained 50% and above in the external component of the examination. This figure represents 70.97% of all the students and comprised 663 females and 557 males. All right. Now, for this component of the assessment, students performed best in science of a total possible score of 100. The national mean in science was 64.13, a decline of 1.94 from 66.7 in 2023. The most notable drop was in mathematics, with a shift from 58.53 in 2023 to 56.12 in 2024. The only subject that documented a slight increase was social studies, moving from a mean score of 60.30 in 2023 to 60.57 in 2024, and language arts from 59.75 to 59.82. Now, the national mean in each subject area in the external component, mathematics, well, again, just to give you an idea, in 2014, for math, 56.21, in 2015, 56.93, 2016, 60.25. So it started increasing just a little bit, then it decreased in 2017 to 57.16. And stayed around that, the 55 to 58 mark. All right, so not too bad. We are a bit consistent where that is concerned. The best year for mathematics was in 2015. All right, in terms of language arts, I would say the best year for that was in 2018, 66.77. This year, it was 59.82. Not too bad. So it's just around, you know. In terms of the internal component, there were 1,651 students, 845 females and 806 males, achieving the 50% and above mark in the internal component of the examination, representing 96.83% of the total number of students who wrote the exam. Now, in the internal component of the assessment, the best performance was recorded in mathematics, followed by language arts, social studies, and the science and science at the rear. Now, the mean score in language arts was 83.63 and mathematics 87.71. Not bad at all. All right. In terms of secondary school assignments, we have a little breakdown for you. I'm not sure if should I go through all of that because it could be a lot. All right, in terms of assignments, okay, let's go. Anglican High School, females 105. Bishop's College, 21 females, 19 males, a total of 40. Grenada Boys Secondary School, 139. Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School, 61. Grenville Secondary School, 118. Haverlight Christian Academy, 1 student. Hillsborough Secondary School gets 39. J.W. Fletcher Secondary School gets 70. McDonald's College, 81. Presentation Brothers College gets 70. St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School gets 115. St. David Catholic Secondary School gets 102. St. John's Christian Secondary School gets 30. St. Joseph's Convent St. George gets 100. So St. George gets 100, Grenville gets 70. St. Mark's Secondary, 70. St. Rose Modern Secondary School, 60. The Island Montessori School gets 3. The St. George's Institute gets 17. Wesley College gets 70. Westerhall Secondary School gets 104. Westmoreland Secondary School gets 12. Happy Hill Secondary School, 97. Grenada Christian Academy, 35. Beacon High School gets 1. Huh? Okay. Boca Secondary, 95. A total of 1,705. And again, females, 859, and males, 846. All right. And I know that a lot of people will be interested in transfers and so on, and so we'll talk about that, you know, because you'll find that a lot of people, they want a reassignment and ting. So reassignments will only be allowed under the following strict conditions. For a student to be reassigned from the first secondary or first school assigned to another, at least one of the following criteria must be met: the availability of space in accordance with the 1:35 teacher to pupil ratio. Vacated space, where a student has vacated an assigned placement at the school for which transfer is requested. Other special conditions hinged on A and B, but not limited to, where the following conditions apply: medical and or psychological conditions, underlying conditions with proven history and records, or a change in residence where the student now resides closer to the preferred school, and then proof must be required. Transfer, in terms of the transfers, so that's reassignment transfers, the following procedures will apply when requesting reassignment for students. Parents or guardians shall apply for reassignment electronically via a particular link in which we're going to place on our website, or you can check out the government's page, which is gov.gd, and just search for it, right? The application form should be completed by July 1st, so you don't have very long to do that. The application will be reviewed by a CPEA reassignment or transfer committee comprising the manager, the principal, and vice principal of the school, chaired by the principal. The school's CPEA reassignment or transfer committee will meet and submit its recommendations to the Ministry of Education through the Office of the Chief Education Officer no later than 2 weeks after the results are released. Recommendations received after the deadline will not be considered. And it's a host of things, so you can check out our page for that later on, okay? So that's it for CPEA. Congratulations to everybody, because everybody going. All right. Now, the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force hereby notifies the general public, in particular motorists, that the Maurice Bishop Highway St. George between Sugar Mill Roundabout and Lower Hillcrest Drive will be closed to vehicular traffic on Wednesday, 3rd July 2024, and that will be between the hours of 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Now, this closure, they say, is necessary in order to facilitate the ceremony for the renaming of the True Blue Roundabout to Caricom, to Caricom Roundabout. And some water. Okay, maybe there is some. Well, maybe yeah, Caricom. Okay. Maybe there. That's because you see they're doing some nice work and thing, and they're looking. I think they made the roundabout a little smaller, and they're doing that, and they could fix up the business, you know. But okay. During that period, motorists wishing to travel from Grand Anse to Point Celines, you are encouraged to use Dusty Highway onto Lower Hillcrest Drive onto Calais Public Road. Motorists coming from Point Celines, you are encouraged to make a left turn onto Frequency Public Road close to Calais Junction, onto Settlement Road, the Limes Public Road, then onto Grand Anse Main Road. Not bad. Controlled access will be granted to motorists wishing to use the business blocks at Frequency Industrial Park and along Maurice Bishop Highway, which is a stretch. The Royal Grenada Police Force would like to thank the general public for your understanding and cooperation in that regard. All right, and they say that they regret any inconvenience caused. Okay, so the Royal Grenada Police Force, more police thing now, reminds the public that the Firearms amnesty order continues in effect until July 31st. Now, during this period, anyone may turn in an illegal firearm without fear of prosecution or interrogation. In other words, you drop in your gun and say, hold that. Nobody don't asking you nothing. The police just telling you thanks. But don't hand them the gun pointing at them, you know. You understand? Maybe I should have a whole session on how you hold a gun and stuff like that, you know, because I find people just hold gun wrong. I could give all that lesson on how you should manage, how you should handle firearms. I saw a picture on social media. Now that you're supposed to have a firearm, never place your finger on the trigger and hold that firearm on your chest or whatever. Accidents can happen. And I understand you do not handle a firearm like that. All right? Good. Anyway, and there are little tips. But anyway, we'll talk about it another time. So, they are strongly urging anyone who is in possession of an illegal firearm or ammunition to turn it in at the most convenient police station, department, or police headquarters. Additionally, if you know of anyone who is in possession of an illegal firearm or ammunition, please tell them to turn it in, because thing is about to turn up. You need to turn in all your illegal firearms and ammunition. And I think the commissioner, Mr. Commissioner of Police, or head of some department, let me tell you what we're doing, what you need to do. Somebody needs to, a head of department, when it's Cohen, somebody with a serious enough face, you come and you do a 3 minutes plea. Serious like a judge. This is a final appeal to anyone in possession of a firearm. You are urged to bring it in before midnight on July 1st. Well, end of June. You understand? It was July 31st, so yeah, 31st, right? So right? July 31st, midnight. And you know, very subtle. You understand? Threat. You understand? And pass it around. You understand? When people see that, they go shake in the boots because they are right, well, the police coming for us, boy, and they open it up, you know, you walk. Do the thing, yeah? Do it. You understand? Do the thing. So, we're moving on. We are moving. Hey, the police station, boy. The police station in St. Paul's has been reopened. You know, it's been closed. Well, it was closed for so long. You can't remember. Yeah, they closed for extensive renovation. And today, they open for business. Well renovated and looking different. Yeah, that's looking nice and thing. I didn't get to go on the inside, you know. But for the outside, it looked nice. Well, fine. That is the St. Paul's police station. I feel like I could go and take a night rest there and see how they fix up the place and thing. I wonder if there are recess light and thing in there. Recess light, coffee machine and thing. Don't give us outside and then inside shabby, you know. Make sure them officers and them well fix up. And I stand give them like a coffee machine and make them feel good, give them like a TV. Them boys go watch like a cricket and thing. And I stand thing not that serious. Give them boys and them like a vibes. You understand? So they are motivated in the business. You understand? Right. So they fix up the business. Next thing I have to tell you, boy, you know, unfortunately, a victim in one of Grenada's latest accidents has died. And police say that they are investigating an accident which occurred on Tuesday, 4th June 2024 at Concord, St. John, resulting in the death of Angelo Alexander, a 39-year-old of Concord, St. John. At the time of the accident, Mr. Alexander, who was a pedestrian on the Concord Public Road, was struck by a Nissan car and sustained visible injuries to his head, shoulder, and lower back. He was then taken to the General Hospital via ambulance, where he was admitted as a patient at the intensive care unit. Mr. Alexander sadly succumbed to the injuries on Tuesday, 18th June 2024 at the General Hospital. A post-mortem was conducted which revealed that he died as a result of multi-organ damages. So the Commissioner and members of the Royal Grenada Police Force say that they'd like to extend condolences to the loved ones of Mr. Angelo Alexander, who died as a result of that accident. Tough. So that goes on the record as a road fatality. Okay. Yeah, I mean, life could be tough, you know, like, you know, sometimes you think that you can foresee that. You think that you can foresee death. But look, an accident takes you and you're dead. The Ministry of Finance, through the Inland Revenue Division, announces the distribution of the Notice of Taxable Value following the recent revaluation exercise. This notice provides property owners with the recorded value and classification of their property in their database as of December 2022. It does not require any payment, nor does it have any effect on your 2024 property tax bill. Property owners who disagree with the assessed value or classification have the right to file an objection with the division within 14 days of receiving the notice. Objection forms are available online at ird.gd, at all district revenue offices, and at the division's main office on Yonge Street, St. George's. Also, property tax obligations. Property owners, you are also reminded that payment of your 2024 property tax bill can be made through the following methods: online via pay.gov.gd, at the main office at the W.E. Julian Building, Yonge Street, St. George, and at all district revenue offices. Please be guided accordingly. So it was the 2024 plant distribution season opening held this morning at the Maribo propagation station. And you know, it was just a couple of days ago, was it? Yeah, sometime last week, I believe, we highlighted extensively some of the challenges that this facility experiences. We're talking about predia larceny. How thieves are making life hard for the people there. But despite numerous obstacles affecting the propagation of various plants, the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources has launched its 2024 plant distribution season with over 55,000, not no little bit, 55,000 plants available to farmers. 55,000 plants going in the ground for food for all of us through the propagation station. Give them a clap. Despite all the headache, you know. So at an official event which was held at the Maribo propagation station today, Wednesday, the ministry explained that it is on target for traditional cash crops, but has reduced amounts in root crops and certain tree crops. As Alison Haynes, my ex-teacher, chief agronomist, and manager of the Maribo propagation station, attributed the challenges faced during the harsh dry season primarily to rampant incidents of predial larceny.
Predial larceny, aka theft of agricultural produce, is by far the biggest challenge that confronts our propagation stations, particularly here at the Maribo Agriculture Station. This year, we have suffered the loss of significant quantities of avocado, nutmeg, ginger, and sweet potato. We had a lot of sleepless nights. That has resulted in us not being able to meet our propagation targets for both avocado and nutmeg. We do not operate this facility because we feel it's nice to operate a farm. We have a purpose. Our purpose here is to produce the planting material, conduct the research so that we can support the nation farmers. So I'm calling on all to please respect the operation and show appreciation for it.
You know, it hurts me to hear her say that. Considering the efforts invested throughout the years in propagating plants, they subsidize the cost to farmers, and the agronomic support provided by the ministry. Permanent Secretary Isaac Bagwan encouraged farmers to approach their farming endeavors as business ventures. He emphasized the importance of maximizing the utility of purchased plants.
Just want to make that call that farmers need to play their role. It is a contract arrangement. It is a partnership. We would be providing you with a number of the support and inputs so that you could get out there and ply your trade and do what you do as best. And so we're concerned because I've been told that over the years we've propagated so many plants, and if all these plants that we have propagated and if all of them were planted, then Grenada would be fully covered with fruits and vegetables that we don't have space to put in. But the reality is that some farmers with good intention, they come, they purchase these planting material, etc., and they have good intention to plant it, but they don't. And so every year, you know, they left things there to dry up and so, and it is a cost for government. And I want to emphasize the point that we are providing these planting materials at very subsidized cost. And as such, again, I want to emphasize that farmers need to play the role.
The Ministry of Agriculture.
Hold on, boss. I already was so like me, boy. Hold on. Plant propagation plays a critical role in advancing projects and programs within the Ministry of Agriculture. So Honorable Lennox Andrew, who's the Minister for Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, highlighted its significance in initiatives such as the spice replanting and the agricultural development assessment programs.
The Ministry of Agriculture, together with the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, is now well positioned to implement the second phase of the spice replanting project. This project aims to support the revitalization and development of the spice industry, which is crucial for the transformation of our economy. Under this National Spice Replanting Project, the Ministry will assist at least 150 farmers in establishing and or rehabilitating 150 acres of spices. The plants propagated by the Ministry will now be available to farmers benefiting from land clearing and other services under the Agriculture Development Assistance Program, the ADAPT, which is at the peak of its implementation. The synchronization of ADAPT's implementation with the opening of the plant distribution this year is a commendable achievement for the Ministry.
Yes, it is indeed. By the end of December of 2024, the propagation station will have produced an additional 5,000 plants. These efforts are instrumental in advancing Grenada's progress towards the 25 by 25 initiative, which aims to reduce regional food importation by 25% by the year 2025. Okay, I see that we are running out of time. Let me see if I think I would want to take a pause here for now, but let me just make sure that I have not left out anything that is of oh yes, one more thing. Last night, let me see if I have it. Last night I was telling you, let me see if I could pull that up really quick. Yes, yeah. So last night, I lost it, hold on. Last night I was telling you, long story short, I'm not going to give you too much thing, but long story short, the tropical wave that is currently off the Cape over the island, whoever people pronounce it differently, it is approaching us. Currently, it poses no threat to Grenada, but the projected path does show Grenada being affected by this system early next week, maybe next week Monday or next week Tuesday. In terms of the intensity, that is still being monitored because currently the system is progressing slowly and information is being gathered. So I'm saying to you that you need to be prepared for worst case scenario. We are in the hurricane season, and so you would find that systems will threaten us. You will not have a whole lot of notice in many cases that a system is going to affect you in that particular way. So here's the best thing. We know that the likelihood is increased around this time of the year, so let's start preparing now. The first major system that is likely to affect Grenada is expected to do so at around next week, Monday or Tuesday. However, we will not leave you in the dark. Every day, as of now, we will be advising you of its progress and how exactly it is likely and when to affect Grenada. Rest assured. We want to take a quick break and come back. And of course, when we come back, well, you know we are thing. All right? So please permit me to do so right now. Viewers, we will be back.
Cash in a flash. So you need cash now, you don't know how. No time to waste, need a loan at a pace. Get cash in a flash.
Wait no more. Axel Finance has the Express Loan just for you. The first ever Express Loan known by thousands for over 10 years. So walk in today, and within 24 hours, you can get your Express Loan approved and your cash in a flash.
cash on the fly. So when you need cash now, XL Express Loans is how you can get your cash on the flash.
Terms and conditions apply.
Visit any XL Finance branch for your express loan today.
Get cash on the flash.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Washing the vehicle? Use a bucket, not a hose. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the climate resilient water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
In recognition of our nation's independence, we're celebrating the journey to 50 with an exclusive car insurance offer. If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
This is the GIS Evening Report for Wednesday, June 26, 2024. I am Chrisanne Mitchell. In the headlines, 9-member investment delegation from Dubai exploring investment opportunities in Grenada. Details to this story and more when we return.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it's crucial for us to conserve water at home. When washing my vehicle, I use a bucket with rainwater that I have stored. This is how I save water. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back. Grenada's potential as a prime investment destination was highlighted during a forum on Tuesday, which was organized by the Grenada Investment Development Corporation and held at the Spice Isle Beach Resort. It was held as Grenada hosts 9 investors from Dubai who are keen to explore investment opportunities across various sectors like hospitality, agriculture, manufacturing, and real estate, to name a few. Mr. Zia Rahman, Consul General of Grenada in Dubai, is accompanying the investment team for the week-long engagement. Addressing Tuesday's investment forum, Keisha Mitchell, Senior Vice President of the GIDC, spoke to the importance of showcasing Grenada's potential and unique investment opportunities in the varying sectors.
This forum is imperative because it brings together investors as well as stakeholders and other government officials to discuss and dialogue as we showcase that Grenada is the preferred investment destination.
Chief Executive Officer of the GIDC, Ronald Theodore, who presented on Grenada as the ideal investment location, said the aim is to showcase Grenada as an investment destination.
Yes, we are cognizant of the need for foreign direct investment. There's a need, yeah? And we have to continue to be strategic as to how we promote Grenada as an investment destination. So when we heard of this planned mission, we said, well, yes, this is an area that we need to strategize on and be in a position to work with these investors to showcase Grenada investment opportunities. We do not want, and this is a practice that we need to move away from. It's just saying, come and invest in Grenada, right? We have to move away from this. The question is, invest in what, right? So we have been identifying projects that one can invest in. And not just stopping with identifying, because you not just want to have a concept and say, well, invest in a cold storage facility or invest in some particular project. We want to be in a position to say, this is the investment, this is investment costs, these are the return on the investment. So to move to more a numbers game, so you can showcase that sort of opportunities to investors. Not only to these investors, but to all investors, right?
Tuesday's forum was also addressed by Mrs. Roxy McLeish Hutchinson, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development.
Your presence here today underscores the growing interest and confidence in Grenada's economic potential, and we are delighted to have you explore opportunities that our country offers. Grenada, known as the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, boasts not only of breathtaking natural beauty, but also a thriving economy driven by sectors such as tourism, agriculture, real estate, just to name a few. Our strategic location, our stable political environment, and commitment to sustainable development makes Grenada an attractive destination for investment.
Grenada will see changes to the penalties in the firearm-related crimes effective July 30th, 2024, following the expiration of the gun amnesty. This is after the Firearms Amendment No. 2 Bill 2024 was debated and passed in both houses of Parliament this week. The bill seeks to increase the various penalties in respect of the commission of all firearm-related offenses under the Principal Act to deter further gun-related crimes and offenses. Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Honorable Adrian Thomas, said the intention is to prevent further gun-related crimes and illegal gun purchases.
But the real objective of this bill is to increase
the level of peace and quietness and calmness in our country. And we're going to do that by making it difficult. This is one of the first steps we are taking. We want to make it difficult for people to even contemplate and committing any crimes with guns. Madam President, we are quite aware of what gives rise to some of this crime. To increase the penalty for the offense of failing to make a declaration of firearms and ammunition. If you fail to do that, Madam President, presently, on summary conviction, you pay $1,000 or 3 months in prison. We are recommending the fine for this offense is now $50,000 or 1 year in prison and summary conviction.
The bill was supported by Senators Nolan Cox, David Andrew, and Gloria Thomas.
Give the other side commendation for making the effort to make those changes, but I believe that there is a clear opportunity for this amendment to have a bit more quality and to be a little bit more robust in terms of looking, as I said, looking at the whole issue of juveniles and looking at the issue of persons who are mentally challenged and to address those things, and also giving opportunity for other remedial actions that can go along. So not just imprisonment and fine, but also an opportunity for access to counseling or some special education or something that can help our young men and women rehabilitate successfully.
This amendment does not target the ordinary man and woman, in the sense the increased penalties. They're not targeting the ordinary John Doe on the street. They're not targeting the ordinary young lady. And sometimes when persons begin to discuss this amendment, they could make it appear as though, well, you're trying to put everybody in this space, but this is targeting the small percentage of persons, and I say that, the small percentage of persons who choose to illicitly possess firearms. Because we are well aware that the bulk of Grenadian citizens are law-abiding citizens. You go in schools, 80 to 85% of school students are normally very compliant. And you have 5 to 15% that could be troublesome to varying degrees. And it's the same thing in most populations. The bulk of Grenadian citizens are law-abiding. I don't own a firearm. I don't possess one. If I were to possess one, I would probably choose to do so legally. I haven't found a need to do so. So I'm saying the stiffer penalties will only affect those, and that's a small percentage of persons, who choose to continue possessing a firearm illicitly.
The Firearms Amendment Bill 2024 is only one part of a multifaceted approach to reduce the incidence of gun violence in Grenada. As a Ministry of Social Development, we are now rolling out our projects, Stop and Think, with Mr. Neil Streighton. We are currently strengthening our probation services, and will commence our WIRI program, which is our Youth Resilience and Inclusion program, empowerment program, geared to furnishing our young people with social and life skills to keep them positive and productive.
Stay with us. We'll have more news after the break.
Are you thinking about buying a vehicle? Did you find a company on social media? Stop. It may be a scam. Look out for the following red flags. Is the price lower than other dealers? Does it seem too good to be true? Are you sending the monies to the US even though you are ordering the vehicle from Japan? Does the address on the invoice match the address on the payment details? Are conversations limited to WhatsApp text? Is there a sense of urgency placed on you by the seller? You are about to be scammed. Do not take your hard-earned cash or even worse, a loan to send to these scammers. Once the money leaves Grenada's shores, you are not likely to get it back. Consider buying a vehicle already on island from an individual or a car dealer. Beware of these scammers. If in doubt, it's best to stay out. A message from the Financial Intelligence Unit.
Welcome back. Leader of Government Business in the Lower House, Honorable Philip Telesford, says the stricter measures being imposed through the Firearms Amendment No. 2 bill are meant to combat the illegal possession, importation, and use of firearms in the country. He said the increase in penalties, which could be as much as $50,000, depending on the nature of the offense, is to show that government has zero tolerance for firearm-related incidents.
The drastic increase in penalties for those caught with these illegal weapons is the government's direct response to the outcry from the general population that, one, the penalties were not sufficient, and so we have heeded that call. But most importantly, the area to do with no bail for those who are caught under the Firearms Act with these, caught and charged with these illegal weapons. And so this is what that's a message we are sending, that zero tolerance message, that we are not going to tolerate people trading in these illegal weapons and committing these crimes.
The amendment of Section 2 of the Principal Act speaks of imitation firearms, anything that has the appearance of being a firearm within the meaning of this act, but is not a firearm whether or not it is capable of discharging.
Firearms are what it is, but people recognize are now using technology to make firearms, right? And so those imitation firearms are equally dangerous as the real firearms. And also imitations can be used, although they are dangerous, there are some, even those that are not dangerous, right? Even those toys, you use them for robbery and different things. And so we want to ensure that all of these situations are properly covered in the legislation. So we have amended the bill to ensure that everything is covered far and wide so that we do not have the recurrence of what we saw happen earlier this year and late last year.
The new amendment is due to take effect on conclusion of the gun amnesty on July 30th. Minister Telesford urged those in possession of firearms to use the amnesty period, which is still in effect.
This will end on the 30th day of July 2024. Immediately thereafter, this new amendment will kick in with stricter penalties. And so they are basically running adjacent to each other or picking up like a relay from one end to the other to ensure that after the amnesty ends, which is a period that we allow people to surrender the illegal weapons, when that ends, then we go into a period where the stricter penalties are immediately going to take effect so as to arrest this problem. And I tell you the truth. The police, they have done a fantastic job thus far. They too are going to be really stepping up their actions against persons with these illegal weapons. So they're really and truly, they're not going to be any place to hide or no place to run. And so we are saying to those who have these illegal weapons, this is your golden opportunity. Surrender these weapons.
The Embassy of the Republic of Cuba has awarded scholarships to Grenadian students in medicine and engineering to the tune of $4.8 million. An award ceremony was held recently at its headquarters in Lansepine, St. George. Annette Moore has the details in this report.
The Embassy of the Republic of Cuba hosted a scholarship awards ceremony on June 21st at its headquarters in Lansepine, St. George. 9 Grenadians were presented with awards valued at $4.8 million to further studies in the Republic of Cuba. 3 students received awards for Bachelor of Medicine degrees, 4 for postgraduate degrees in medicine, and 2 for undergraduate studies in the field of engineering. Specialized areas of study include internal medicine, urology, psychiatry, orthopedics, civil engineering, and electrical engineering.
My name is Tori Noel, and I am from Birch Grove, St. Andrew, and I will be studying medicine in Cuba, Elam, for 7 years. It is a journey that I am excited, elated to start, and I am just so happy to be given this opportunity to serve the community, my people, my country, and I see it as a great, great opportunity to give back after being given so much.
Ambassador of the Republic of Cuba to Grenada, Her Excellency Yvette Martinez Leva, and Dr. Malachi Dottin, President of the Graduate Committee in Cuba, delivered remarks.
Congratulations to all students who received their scholarships. I wish you much success in this new stage in your lives. I am certain that you will be excellent professionals and will be able to contribute to the development of this beautiful island. In Cuba, you will learn lessons that beyond textbooks and graduate degree. You will learn that it's not necessary to have big material resources to help each other among the peoples of the world. You will learn that Cubans share what we have, no matter how little. And you will join the spirit and tireless fighting the Cubans have to overcome the economic difficulties we have because of the blockade.
We must acknowledge that Cuba is one of the poorest countries in the world, is one of the poorest countries in the Caribbean. And as my comrade have said earlier, they have been able to give more than 70,000 scholarships to the people of the world. And I think this needs to be applauded. But even most graciously, they have given more than 10,000 scholarships to the Caribbean. And indeed, we have been able to receive to the tune of approximately 400 scholarships to Grenada. And this is remarkable. Thank you, Cuba.
Dottin notes that the government of Cuba has offered Grenada 22 scholarships for the 2024 to 2025 period. During the ceremony, testimonials of students who studied in Cuba were shared, and the awardees also spoke about what this opportunity means to them. Tori Noel is grateful for having her dreams of serving her community come true.
What has mainly motivated me is always having that spirit to serve the community, serve people, and give back. After coming out from school, college, I've always participated in groups that has been given back. So that's just my nature. And to go into a career that's all about giving and helping others is what I really, truly want to do in my life. Words cannot describe my gratitude and how I feel, and I must say thank you to the embassy, to Grenada, to Cuba. Forever eternally grateful.
Postgraduate students Daryl Isaac and Dennis Bain have plans to give back in their chosen fields.
My name is Daryl Isaac. I am from Tempe St. George, but strong roots from Carriacou. My both parents are originated from Carriacou. I already studied medicine for 7 years in Cuba, so I'm going to specialize in internal medicine. So one of the things I always say is that we see that we have a lot of specialists in Grenada, right? Internal medicine is one of the fields that we have few Grenadian specialists. And we have like a lot of Cubans coming into transit for three to 4 years and it changes ever so often. With that, we don't have enough manpower to be able to decentralize medicine away from just the general hospital, be able to spread it to different parishes. So we have Grenadians falling through the cracks. So you see, one of the main set of causes of death in Grenada is complications from diabetes, hypertension, which are things that are treatable, which are things that if you caught early, you can treat it, you can help your people from these complications. So me going to specialize in internal medicine means I want to add to the workforce where I can help better our system, help better these complications, help better the kind of healthcare people are receiving.
Isaac is thankful to God, the Cuban government, and the government of Grenada. Dennis Bain completed his first degree in Cuba. He sees the opportunity as a gift that should eventually be paid forward.
I received the scholarship to specialize in psychiatric medicine at the University of Medical Sciences or Universidad de Ciencias Médicas in Santiago de Cuba. I went there to do undergrad in general medicine. Came back as a general practitioner in 2022. The experience was humbling, it was beneficial, and it was eye-opening in terms of appreciation of what we have here and appreciation of what the Cubans give us. So initially, I always had a interest in how the mind works and how people can be medically well, not medically, but biologically well, symptomatically well. You can see them looking well, but there's always something that ticks beneath the surface. And growing up, you always notice there are people in the community who they might be deemed as mad and then labeled as mad for life, right? So that always piqued an interest in me, and then I always like to understand how the mind works. And I saw a lot of need for it. There are people in the community, there are family members who I might have seen, going through certain things.
Others present at the Cuba Scholarship Award ceremony included Consul of Cuba Alexander Quintana and officials from the Ministry of Education. For the GIS Evening Report, I'm Annette Moore.
Thank you, Annette. And finally in the news, a health walk from Green Bridge to Cameron Park on Sunday, June 30th will wrap up activities to mark Deaf Awareness Month, which is being observed this month. This year's activities were guided by the theme Deaf Awareness, Education, Health and Inclusion, which is a continuation from 2023 as the focus is to create continuous awareness of the deaf community in Grenada. Principal of the School for the Deaf, Michelle Brathwaite, told the Government Information Service that creating awareness of the deaf community is of critical importance, and she encourages Grenadians to give them their support.
So the theme for Deaf Awareness Month is, actually it starts off with deaf awareness, education, health and inclusion. So our focus actually continued from what we started last year, where the theme was actually the same, but we saw the importance of continuing this year with the same theme. On Sunday, we'll be having a health walk, and it will be starting at the Green Bridge. It is going to be near the National Stadium. We would start off at 4 p.m. We will continue on to the Cameron Park, right? And we are going to have with us also the Royal Grenada Police Force. We are also going to have the prison officers from the prison as well. They will be joining us as well on the walk. Of course, we would have other persons within education, the adult deaf community, and some of the students as well will be joining with us on that walk.
Brathwaite says members of the visually impaired community will also be included in Sunday's health walk.
So on that walk, we will be having our DJ, and our DJ will be DJ Reds. DJ Reds is Jamal Philip, and Mr. Philip, as we know, is visually impaired or blind. He will be our DJ on that health walk that we'll be having. We'll also have a coach from the Presentation Brothers College. He will be motivating us, motivating us along the walk, When we get to the end of the walk, we would have some exercises that he would lead out in, as well as we would have a bit of promotion in terms of awareness, deaf awareness, and the importance of staying healthy. So that is how we would finish off at the Camahon Park on Sunday. So we're inviting all of Grenada to come on out. We start at 4 p.m. at the Green Bridge. Come, exercise, walk with us, and bring awareness to our community.
Other activities held during the month included a church service at the Non-Parallel Open Bible Church, workshop for members of the adult deaf community, which was attended by Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, and an engagement with members of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. This brings us to the end of the GIS Evening Report for June 26, 2024. I am Kristen Mitchell, saying thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Chrisanne, and the rest of the GIS News team. We are now transitioning over to the weather. Submitted by the Met Office, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be mostly fair with light showers. Tonight's minimum temperature, 26.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Weather for Thursday, partly cloudy and slightly hazy with light afternoon and nighttime showers. Max temperature 32 degrees Celsius, minimum 26.5. Winds east-northeasterly to east, southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. That's our weather report for tonight. We're heading over to our YouTube channel to say hello to the folks who are currently there, just chatting with themselves. Some of you who are not saying anything, but we see that Catherine is there with us. Marcus is there with us as well. Suzanne Laverne. Who else? Celine and all the other people who are there. Marius is there as well. Keith, Leslie, and everybody else. Also Facebook, Java and the sharing committee are always with us, encouraging people to share the program. We appreciate you. Java, you deserve a medal. You deserve a medal, okay? Barbara, Mora, how are you? Della, the two Dellas, how are you? Hazel and Hazel. Al Queen, Michael, Joseph, Bermuda, Bernadette, Liz, Listra, Michelle, Farid, Laverne, both YouTube and what? Both YouTube and Facebook, you know. Oh boy. Yvonne, Doris, Barbara. Everybody else, take care. God bless you. Have a good one. We touch base again tomorrow, God's willing. Same time, same place. So tomorrow feel like Friday, you know, but it's not. The week just tie up. Anyway, take care of yourselves. God bless you. Have a good one. I'll see you guys another time. See you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, Ja! No, take care.
You